Hello, guys. Welcome. Yeah, I've been getting some queries about my settings, and I do appreciate that people are commenting that they like my tone or my guitar tone. So might as well, it's better if I show it to you guys. Uh, so I guess here we go. Um, Basically, I'm using an app sim. Well, I don't have money to to buy my own amp. So I'm using an amp sim for my recording. And what I'm using is Amplitude 4. Again, still no budget, so I'm still using the old version. So there. And I think you can see it there in my in the background. The amp that I would like to use. I'm using the Mesa Boogie Mark IV amplifier. And yeah, here's the settings then. No, I'm just using the clean channel of this amp. And then later on, I will show you the effects or the signal chain that I'm using for this. Oh, so I just make sure that this EQ is turned on, and I do have a scooped setting here. Uh, I do have like my treble at 7, my bass at that's 4, and my mid at 5 on the knobs. Presence, I do have 7 on my presence, and then the master. It depends. It just make sure that your sound doesn't clip. And then for my effects, here it is. So, like I said earlier, I'm just using the clean channel on my amp, and I use two pedals for the gain. One is I use a diode overdrive. I don't know what's the what do you call this? What's the actual brand this is? But yeah, I'm just using an overdrive. But I have my distortion 0. Just to make the sound a little bit crunchier. Let me just show you. Right now I am on clean. Yeah. If you put this, it gives a little bit of bite on it. And then my distortion would be, this is the clone of, the the very infamous Metal Zone. So as you can see, the knobs are the same as on the Metal Zone. So let's just turn on the gate. I use the gate just to reduce the noise that I'm getting. So yeah, so there you go. That's for my distortion. I just put the reverb and the chorus here sometimes if I decide to do some leads, some pseudo leads. Well, I'm not very good at at doing leads, so sometimes I try and then I use the reverb and the chorus for it. So yeah, so that's just the purpose of it. Of course, it's not just the amp and the stomp or the pedals that I actually use. Um, of course, like what that famous YouTuber said, the tone is in the speakers. Um, I use the settings for for the cab. it actually really affects your tone and your sound. It uh, drastically changes it. So I'm using a 4x12, and then I'm using like vintage 30s, and but not just all of it. I'm also like using a custom Fender speaker over here, and in this configuration. I know it's just my preference. And then of course the microphone, the almighty, yeah, SM57. But I'm using two of them. Then I think this is a ribbon mic. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I think this is a ribbon. Yeah, it's a ribbon. 121. Then of course, as you can see, if you move the mic, it really changes the sound. Even here, yeah, you just need to like experiment on the on the placement of the microphone. It really does affect your sound. Well, I did like, for example, also modify my guitar quite a bit. Um, when I was in back in high school, I was just like, you can like catch me looking at the music store, looking at guitars and looking at parts, and I was dreaming of customizing my own. So that's why I actually bought a not so expensive seven string Ibanez. It's a Geo Ibanez, but I modded the hell out of it. I replaced the pickups, I replaced the nut, I replaced the bridge, I replaced the pots. Basically what's left on it is just the body and the neck. That's stopped. Like I even replaced my tuners to Godel locking tuners. So it's more of a dream. But in terms of the sound or the tone, it didn't really change it much. But of course, I'm happy that I did it. It's something that I decided on doing ever since. So yeah. Well, anyway, but this is just one of the settings that I'm using for my guitar. I actually use two. So normally what I would do is that I will use this tone or this setting for one guitar, and then I would pan it somewhere left or right. And then I'm also using this one, which it's a little bit what do you call this? On the mid to high range sound. I'm using the triple rectifier on this one, but this one already has some gain to it. I set it to the modern setting. So even if you turn off um, the the pedals, it already has that distorted sound. But just to enhance the sound, I put in the equalizer and the of course the tube screamer, or here in Amplitude they call it the over scream, just to give it more aggressiveness. Yeah, and yeah, my drive and my distortion is set at to 6.66. Just to give it a bit more an evil vibe to it. It's the same as uh, my my metal zone here is dialed at 666. Well, there. I guess that's all for now. Hope you like hope you like the video. And hopefully I did answer your questions. But if you have other questions, just feel free to comment on the video. And again, thanks so much. And I do appreciate the people, supporting my compositions. I know it's kind of hard, doing this every week, and I know that there are a lot of better guitarists than me. But yeah, thank you for the support, anyways. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Thanks so much, and peace, 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 and keep metal, keep metal.